Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, man, I've got this brand new build on the Pirate, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and I shall catch you guys after the intro. Alright, so welcome to the Pirate, man. Here it is, 280 horsepower running in at 346 newton meters of torque, 255 foot-pounds of torque, if you like foot-pounds of torque. But yeah, no guys, here we are. A good little 280 build for the Pirate, man. Now this thing is another one of those cars where it doesn't save your engine. So it doesn't save your engine upgrades, you know, down the 280 and everything like that. It will change it when you turn off your Xbox or PC or whatever. I'm not actually too sure if it is a glitch for PC. It might not be, but I know it's definitely a glitch for the Xbox, maybe even for the PS4. I have no idea, but you know, like I say, it will change your horsepower when you log off. So be sure to make sure that if you do use this car, be sure to just check it just to make sure. It'll probably put it up by 288 or something like that, 289 or even 290. Just make sure you go in, check it out, make sure it's not, you know, not anything that it's not supposed to, because otherwise it's going to run a little bit weirdly. But yeah, no, let's go ahead and jump straight into the two, man. Here, front springs, we're at 9 centimeters on the front and the back. We've got front spring stiffness. Obviously all of these are completely stock. I don't touch my springs, I don't touch my shocks, nothing like that, including anti-roll bars as well. If you guys have your own tune for shocks, anti-roll bars, and obviously the springs, be sure to run it, man. Be sure to run your own stuff for those. Everyone drifts differently. Obviously I don't mind having my stuff stock. I only change it if I really need to, but that's just me, that's just how I like to drift. But anyway, if you have your own tune for those, be sure to change that. That's no problem at all. But anyway, moving on to front toe now. Here we are, 0.10 on the front toe, negative 0.08 on the rear toe. Front camber is negative 14.04, and our rear camber is negative 11.07. As I was saying before about the anti-roll bars, if you have your own tune, be sure to throw that on there. That's no problem at all. My casters is 6.5 and our anchorman angle is 100% with max steering angle as well, a full 60 degrees. Now let's move on to the wheels here. Wheels I got running at 17 inches. If you want to bump that up to 18, 19, that's completely up to you. It's not really, I don't think it really has that much of an effect, but for this case, I got 17 inches on my rims. The front tire width is 245 millimeters, exactly the same as the rear is a 245. Our front tire pressure is at 285 kPa, exactly the same as our rear once again. But pretty much that's pretty much exactly the same as what it is for every build. It's 285 kPa and 245 on the millimeters. It feels good, man, feels good. Wheel adhesion here, we've got 100% on the front and 90% on the back. Nice and easy there. Front wheel track width. Now if you guys are running a slightly wider body parts, like a wide body or something like that, obviously the track width for this is probably not going to be exactly the same as what it would be for your car. So all you got to do is just make sure that those wheels are just underneath the arch, just nice and flush with the body, and then you'll be good to go. Obviously if you are running a stock body kit exactly the same as me, 11 and 10 is going to be your best bet. You know, it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be nice and flush with the fenders, and you're going to be good to go. But anyway, let's move on. Anyway, we got front tire profile. We got 35% on the front and we got 35% on the back. Now moving on to the engine here. Here we are. This is the biggest pain in the entire thing, because obviously it changes every time I get on. So once again, I will hopefully make a video on this at some point, just to make hopefully everyone just a little bit more aware of what's going on with this, and hopefully maybe CarX Technologies will be able to see it and maybe sort it out, because that would be awesome if they did. But anyway, back to the tune. We got engine tune-up, we got negative 1% on the engine tune-up. Our max torque is at 4,165 RPM. Our rev limiter is at 8,000 RPM on the dot, and we are running no turbo, which means we are not going to be running any turbo air pressure. Now, if you get all three of these 100% correct, they will be at 280 horsepower with 346 Newton meters of torque. It'll be very nice. Right. Moving on to transmission now, here we are, we got diff locking ratio, we've got 1.00 on the diff. Obviously lock that diff, 100% is always helpful. Final drive here, we got 3.00 on the final drive. Our first gear is at 3.82, our second gear is at 2.30, our third gear is 2.00, our fourth gear is 1.90, and our fifth gear is at 1.85. Obviously sixth gear is 0.99, but I do not use my sixth gear at all. Even saying that, even gear 5 I don't really use that much, but if you find yourself that you need to get into gear 5, obviously it will be there. Again, golden gear for this car, if you're going around small sections, is going to be gear 2. If you're going around slightly larger sections like East Togue, everything like that, you'll find yourself getting into gear 3 and gear 4, and it'll be running absolutely perfect. It'll be running nice and smooth, not even hitting the rev limiter, hopefully. It depends how fast you're going, man. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Gear 2 is your golden gear. Make sure to run that if you are running some of my own sections that we like to run here on the channel. Moving on to brakes now though. Brakes, we're sitting at 2,806 Newton meters of torque here, with the brake bias of 60%, front brake bias there at 60%. If you have a heavy finger and you like to press down on the brake all the way, be sure to lower that brake torque, people. Lower it down even lower than what I have it. I usually just, I tap the brake sometimes and don't even push down on the trigger all the way down. So if you're like me and you do that, be sure to run that sort of brake torque. But if you don't, be sure to find your own brake torque, man. You don't want to brake too much. If your car brakes too much, it's going to hit the person behind you. If you're in a 3-man tandem, the person behind you is going to hit you. Or if you're leading or whatever, if you suddenly brake, the person behind you might not brake as quickly as what you will. So just be sure to lower that down so it makes things a hell of a lot easier. If you're braking in a tandem, it can keep you stable with the person if who's in front of you, if they're taking a slightly weird line, or if they're messing up a little bit and you need the brakes, or if your car is a little bit too fast for them, you can always use your brake to sit behind them very nicely. And that is why we tune our brake torque, people. Can't stress it enough. If you have a heavy finger and you brake a little bit too much, be sure to lower down that brake torque. Anyway, that is pretty much it from the Pirate tune-up, man. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the drifting. Alright guys, so here we are at the track here. Like I said before, if you're turning off your Xbox and everything like that, be sure to just have a look at the gearing ratio, at the engine, sorry. Have a look at your horsepower every time you come back on, just to make sure that it is still 280 horsepower. Obviously it will change. I have that effect on this car, just so I'll let you guys know that I do have that problem with this car, just to make sure, because if you go into a game and then you start drifting and you think, oh, why is this tune a bit wrong, or whatever the case may be, it might feel weird. So just make sure you double check the engine bay just before you come out and just start drifting. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start drifting here. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll also catch you guys after the run. All right, guys. So, obviously, a few massive bumps there on the end of that run, but yeah, nothing too bad, bro. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that little run there. If you did, be sure to hit that like button for the run, just the run alone, you know. But no, if you like the build, be sure to hit that like button for the build. Subscribe for even more builds, everything like that. Some little runs, everything. I want to get some more clips and videos with TTDM because we've had a bunch of new members come and join, so I'm excited to get some more videos for those guys out on here as well. Hopefully we can get some big trains down and, you know, some awesome stuff like some other people that usually do run some awesome videos for their crew. But yeah, no guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit like button. Let me know down in the comments if there's any more builds that you want to see me do. Be sure to let me know as well if you did build this car and you like it. Be sure to let me know as well. Love to see that. But yeah, no guys, thank you all very much for watching, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. Peace.